What's up, guys? It's the Wolfman back with you again. I got a couple things I want to talk to you about today. There was a video I tried to post earlier that was going to cover all this and actually a little bit more. Would have been a change up from the normal videos that I typically do. But unfortunately, it, for whatever reason, didn't want to load. And, I'll try to post it up again later. But, who knows if it's going to work. So, in the meantime, I'm going to post this one. And, well, there you go. So anyway, the video I was going to post is going to talk about a couple of articles that I found online. One was from just Yahoo, and then one was from Huffington Post, and one was from the New York Times. Now, I'm not going to worry about the Yahoo page. It was talking about the whole, wanting to send the National Guard down to the borders to help bolster border security. I'm going to move the camera, by the way, really quick. There we go. I feel like it's trying to cut off my head. Anyway, so they're trying to send National Guard down to the border for additional border security. And honestly, I don't have really a good opinion on that. I don't have an opinion because I don't have a good solution to what to the problem they're having down there of just, they're undermanned and they're, I really don't have a good solution. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. Anyway, so I'm just gonna skip over that one. Moving on to the one that I read from the Huffington Post. It was about the Parkland shooting. Look, guys, the Parkland shooting. Let's leave it alone. Let's move on. Yes, we can all agree it was a tragic incident that should have never occurred. There was a lot of warning signs that we ignored and a lot of mistakes that were made that, honestly, we could have avoided the whole situation, but people didn't want to do what they were supposed to do. They didn't want to step up. The kids that are out there now advocating for, gun control and repulsion of the Second Amendment and things such as that, they're angry now because they have to wear clear backpacks and they feel like it's a violation of their privacy. And I could not give a damn less about what you think about the violation of your rights. You're out there openly trying to infringe on constitutional rights of the general American populace and their right to defend themselves in a potentially lethal situation. So go back to school. You evidently still need to learn a few things. Go back to school. But to make matters worse, because you see the hypocrisy already, with it, we need to stricter gun control and this, that, and the other. Well, here, until something else changes, here's wear clear backpacks so that we know kids aren't sneaking things in school. But that's a violation of my rights. Didn't you just say you wanted to take away people's right to bear arms? That's you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite, straight up. There's no two ways about it. So, anyway, moving on, you had the tragic event of the shooting at the school, everything that went down there, and then you have the hypocrisy of the whole gun debate that followed, and now, you guys, I wish I could make this up. I could have probably guessed it was going to go this direction, but holy shit, did it really? Yeah, I really wish I was wrong in guessing this, but it had to happen. Of course it had to happen. Now there's a movement started on Twitter about basically, I think it's called a hashtag stories unheard or something of that nature. You can go look it up. Basically it's black and brown students, and those aren't my words. Those are actually off of the headline from Huffington Post. This story that's in the headline, which Huffington Post is a very notoriously left-wing news outlet, so it kind of surprises me that they weren't a little more politically correct with that one, because I thought brown, to say black and brown was a kind of a racist thing in and of itself. But what do I know? I personally don't care. Describing somebody by their skin color, it is what it is. Don't get offended. Just, I didn't know what your name. I don't know your name. But anyway, they're talking about that these kids they want to tell their story about what happened that day. And, despite the fact that nobody told them they can't and that they have to keep their mouths shut or whatever, that never happened. They feel like they've been marginalized, and their story and their experiences are somehow less important than the experiences and the voice of their white peers, such as, David Hogg and stuff. Actually, one of the, what they call the four horsemen of the gun control apocalypse. And this is not from me. This is from, InfoWars, Alex Jones, and all them, which I do watch, and I do love it. It's a lot of good information. If you guys, just kind of off topic here, if you guys haven't checked it out, I would suggest it. You may not agree with 100% everything they say, and you may go, okay, this guy's out of his mind. No, look, he's passionate. He's passionate about what he says, and really, that's all there is to it. So, but go check him out. Paul Joseph Watson, good, I love that guy. He's pretty awesome. He's straightforward. They got the War Room with Owen Schroyer and the Real News with David Knight. Go check those things out. You can find them on YouTube, or you can just go to Infowars.com. Go check them out. So anyway, hold on a second. That was weird. I had a weird notification pop up on my phone there. Anywho's, moving back to what I was saying, these kids are now, because they're people of color, so they're African American or Latin American, or even, because I'm going to say it because HuffPost said it, black or brown, somehow their voices and their opinions and all that is less important. Well, see, that's simply not the case. And in fact, I'm going to go as far as to say what this is a grab for attention. Just when you thought we were moving away from the whole race baiting issue and everything becoming a racial thing, racial appropriation, or something like that, just when you think we've gotten out of it, they throw us another curveball and throw something else just as ridiculous at us. And this is nothing less than that. It's ridiculous. And it's nothing more than a grab for attention. Why do I say this? I'm not saying that these kids weren't there. Because, they were, sure. And I'm not saying that their opinions aren't valid or their experiences weren't valid. Sure they are, and I can empathize. It was terrible. I've been through a shooting myself before, back when I was in junior high. It was a long time ago, but in fact, if you want proof of this, just go look up the Wedgwood Baptist Church shooting, Fort Worth, Texas. I believe it was 1998. Go look that one up. I was there for that, so I understand. I actually can sympathize with you on this. But just because you're not on TV, like good old David Hogg's stupid ass, you're mad. Like nobody's listening to your voice. Who all do you want to hear your voice? All of America? Okay, fine. You know what? You can get on, like I'm doing right now, get on YouTube and talk about what happened. Facebook, go live on Facebook. It's a worldwide media platform, social media. It's worldwide. And chances are your topic is a hot topic, and chances are it's gonna spread all over the place. That's not to say that everybody will listen, because some people genuinely don't care, or they feel like they have better things to do with their life, but I guarantee it's gonna get around. But no, you're going to encourage them people to jump up and start recognizing you. This is a grab for attention, and you're using the race card. You're playing the race card, using the race platform to stand on. Like, that's something. See, I would actually care what you have to say. I would actually want to hear your opinions, and I would love to hear about your experiences, and discuss them. And find out what I could do or anybody else could do to help you get through it. But the minute you turned it into a race thing, the minute you played that race card, I stopped caring. And I guarantee you're going to have a lot of problems. That's a problem you're going to run into a lot. You're going to have that issue just all over the place. Because people are tired of hearing about the race issue. We really are. We're getting equally as tired about the gun control issue. So I'm just saying, don't be that guy. Don't stand up and just be that kind of an asshole. Secondly, the second article I read was actually an opinion in the opinion section, and it was from New York Times. And this one was talking about, can we stop Trump in time? Okay, first off, what do you mean stop Trump? He's not on some kind of a crazy warpath. You know, he's not an out-of-control car or train or something. What do you mean stop him? What has he done that he needs to be stopped? This sounds like another one of those genuine asshats that truly believes that Trump is a racist. And he's like a new Hitler, and he's trying to close the borders and kick out all the Mexicans. This is all stuff I've heard before, that people spout out, and that there's people out there that actually believe this nonsense. That's the craziest part. What do you mean Trump is stopped? He's not racist, he's not sexist, that's insanity. And if you don't agree with his policies, fine, you don't have to. But stop just spreading rumors just because you heard it on CNN or you heard it on Facebook. Neither one are a reliable news source. And yes, I know what I just said. No, CNN is not a reliable news source. It's funny. You've got, I used to work for FedEx, and they used to have the TVs playing in the employee break room, and it was CNN. CNN was on. Why? Why are you wasting the electricity it takes to power that television with CNN? CNN is so ridiculously biased to its corporate sponsors, it's unreal. If you want to stop somebody, stop those assholes. That's what I'm saying. But Trump is genuinely trying to do the best he can for this country. Even if he's playing through some tactics that work better maybe in the business world. But I feel like he's doing what he promised to do. I feel like he really is. I mean, employment's gone up. Our economy's doing actually a lot better than it was. Not perfect, it's not excellent and out there and great, but it's doing pretty good. Why are you complaining? I mean, I feel like until you get, and I'm just as bad. I complained about Obama. I mean, I'll take the blame on that one. I did, but I'm not in prison. I still go about my daily life. I go to work. I go to Whataburger, get me a sandwich if I want to. I go out on the weekend. I get some drinks. I watch TV. I do what I want to do in my life because I'm still free to do it. Why would I be mad at Obama for it? You know, you guys have all seen that meme with the dude riding the bike, and he goes and he sticks a stick into the spokes of his own bike, and he flips over, and he's over there like effing Trump or effing whatever. That's basically how it is. We blame the president for everything. Gas prices I've seen blamed on the president. That's not the president. You need to talk to the gas companies, to Shell and places and people like that. That's not Trump. It isn't. You know, I don't know. Some people, you guys are crazy. This article itself, the guy he hints at Trump, but he doesn't directly say anything about Trump at all, except for it says that in the headline. But it's this long tirade about fascism and how it's coming back and the dangers of nationalism. There's nothing dangerous about nationalism until you turn it into a racial thing where you decide that the genocide of a certain group of people would be beneficial, and that's what you should do. So, for reference, World War II, the Nazis, and the Holocaust. That's what I'm talking about. Honestly, the nationalism of National Socialist Germany in the late 20s, early 30s. Nobody thought it would have come to what it ended up being. Nobody thought it would. At least not around the world. Look, we looked at him. Hitler was. We looked at it and we're like, man, really, Germany's made a comeback. They're becoming an industrial powerhouse. They're making great advancements. The Volkswagen, you're welcome. From the Germans, you're welcome. That was a Hitler thing. He approved that. That came from World War II. Velcro, stuff like that. Now, I'm not praising Hitler and the Nazis, but I'm asking you to keep things in perspective here. Hitler was Time Magazine's Man of the Year twice. So, again, perspective. Nobody thought it was going to go the way it did. Bad things happen. If he had just been nationalistic and just built his country up to that kind of prominence and not started crap with everybody else and not tried this mass murdering of the Jews and the Gypsies and Poles and that kind of stuff, maybe it would have been okay. It wouldn't have been a problem. We wouldn't have had a problem with the guy. The swastika flag might still be flying today. But as it turns out, they were a bunch of evil asshats, and we needed to take them down a few pegs. In fact, all the way down. And we did. They're gone. The Nazis are gone. True Nazis, the true National Socialist German Workers' Party's people are gone. Neo-Nazis are just insane. They're just insane, rebellious, retarded kids. That's really all there are. And adults who can't seem to get their shit sorted out. That's really all that amounts up to. So, anyways, Trump is not a Nazi, and there's nothing wrong with nationalism. I prefer a nationalistic mindset. America first for Americans. We protect our country, we protect our people, because that means protecting your friends, neighbors, family. That's what it means, protecting yourself. That's nationalism. I don't care what England's doing. I don't care what France is doing, China, any country around the world, because I'm worried about the United States. Because that's where I live. That's where my family lives. Again, nothing wrong with being nationalistic. You say it's a gateway to fascism. No, it's not. You're an idiot. But how are we going to protect now? By the way, not all this is in the article. I'm just kind of going off on a tangent again, but it's a tangent that I want to go on. How are we going to defend our democracy? Well, first off, dumbass, the United States is not a democracy. It's a constitutional representative republic. Get it straight. This is not a democracy. So, already you're jacked up. When you continue spouting out stuff about Hitler, he did things through a democratic process too. He found out the violence and trying that violent military coup to take over the government, didn't work out too well. It landed him in prison, in Landsberg prison. So he ended up having to go through a democratic process. That's not to say he didn't do some shady stuff on the side. Of course he did, to try to get to power. But he ended up having to do that anyway. So, look, point blank, there are some bad people out there who are going to do bad things. I don't believe Trump's one of them. And until you have some concrete evidence, not just some hearsay from CNN or Facebook, you can't be pointing a finger. And if you seriously hate this country this much, hell, y'all threatened to leave if Hillary didn't get elected. Why are you still here, bitching and moaning? We're tired of hearing about it. Get the hell on out. Good luck integrating into another country. There are a lot of people talking they're about to go to Australia. Australia really doesn't have an immigration policy, so good luck with that. I don't know how it works over there if you want to go live in Australia. I don't know if you can just become an Australian. The Middle East will take expats, expatriated people. I've got a buddy of mine that lives in the UAE. He expatriated. He just got tired of the craziness. I don't blame him. But I love my country too much to up and leave. So, look, all that being said, all said and done, guys, don't be stupid. This is the kind of news crap that they're trying to put out to people to make people think that this stuff is actually happening. We're not listening. We're not sitting there not listening to the brown kids, because brown and black kids, because they're brown and black. No, they're just too busy propping up these anti-gun. These kids are all anti-gun. We're too busy listening to their violent diatribes. So, you know, and Trump isn't a fascist. You can't compare him to Hitler at all, not even remotely. I mean, yeah, he's very fiercely nationalistic, but that's about it. Stop trying to scream Nazi. Quit trying to blame people for your problems. Quit trying to point out, see, you know, this kid got his hands on a gun and shot up a school. That's why we need better gun control. Look, if he's going to get his hands on a gun control or not, he's going to do that. I saw a town hall meeting with this dude talking about, you know, yeah, you put in gun control regulations, you want us to turn in guns, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'll come do it. But I'll tell you what, the gang members down the street ain't going to do it. And he's right. People who are going to kill people and commit crimes don't care about any law. So what good does it do to make another law? And I'm not going to go into that lengthy argument again, because I have on a couple occasions. I have. So, you know, that's all that it is. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to share with you guys what I saw in the news and how ridiculous it is and how stupid it is. Guys, there's some stupid people out there. But anyway, I'm going to be posting on my channel. I'm going to be reposting the Alex Jones interview with Ted Nugent, because it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. They look like they had a lot of fun down at Ted Nugent's ranch in Waco. Ted Nugent's awesome. If you want to rock, dude will rock your socks off. That dude is rocks like awesome. And he's still rocking, not even today. But anyway, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go post that to my channel so you guys can check that out. Go check out some more InfoWars, and like I said, there's always a lot of good information coming out of there. A lot of things that you wouldn't normally think about or care about, but you might want to know what's going on. So anyway, also like and subscribe on my channel, and hopefully you get more content, more of me, more of my incessant rambling, and you know, that's about it. So as always, you guys stay awesome, take it easy, and we will see you in the next video.